Alright, in today's video, we are going to install SQL Server on Windows from command prompt. So questions is why we need to doing this, because typically in the SQL Server world, we use UI install, user interface, like a graphic user interface. Why we need to use install from command line. So for the command line or command prompt, it supports a silent install. And when you're dealing with lots of repeated install, or for example, dealing with DevOps, like automated install, we have to use batch mode. So we cannot enter anything, it's just everything through the command line. So this method is also considerably simple. So we're gonna demo how to do that. Let's first go to Google. So we're gonna do a search, okay? So what we're going to do is we're gonna do a search SQL Silent install. So if we search Google, well, we will see the Microsoft page on the top. So we call it install and configure SQL Server. So on Windows from the command prompt. So that is one way. Another way is this one's from the configuration files. Both support silent install. So we're going to use this one because this one is fairly simple and we can enjoy the simplicity. All right, so let's take a quick look. This is a very long page, okay? So we're not going to go to every detail. We just do a simple demo, okay? So the syntax is very simple. You basically go to find where the installation image is. You run the setup and followed by the slash options, like all slash option with values, okay? Here it is a simple example. So how we're gonna construct this command line. Also, this is how you, from command line, you get a help page, okay? So there's many options, like parameters. It's probably over 100. So we cannot go to every, we just pick up the important one. And if we go through this document, you can see all these parameters. If anything we're unsure, we can go to check what is this, the parameters mean, okay? So I'm gonna close, minimize this window, then go to the demo, okay? So here's the install image. So it's in the download. So that is a SQL Server 2002 Developer Edition. So it's already downloaded here. So this is the setup program, okay? So we're gonna use this to do the demo. And also the demo is gonna be very simple, okay? So first, let's start a command window, okay? So we're gonna use the admin privilege, or you can use PowerShell, open PowerShell window, either way, okay? So I'm gonna use so let's cd to the location. So it's users. So I'm logged on to a username called DBA. It has a privilege to do the install, okay? So in the download folder, so this is the same thing. Earlier we saw it from the Explore, okay? So now here is the setup.exe, okay? So let me move this page up. Now this window a little bit longer. Okay, drag. So setup.exe. So if we want to first look at the help, you can see it's lots of parameters, okay? So let's go the alphabetic ordered. There's like 100. Over 120, 25, whatever, there's so many. So not everyone it is mandatory, but some of we're gonna use, okay? In this demo, I'm going to take most as a default and just specify the few one for demo purpose, okay? So let's look at this example. So we're gonna just simply use this example. So we're gonna use like setup /q. /q means quiet, and it is similar like quiet equals true. Okay, this is same. It's just for short. It is like this. So /q is basically equivalent quiet equals true. Okay, there's another one called QS that is means quite simple. And quite simple is going to give us a user interface to show the progress, the installation progress for people to like for test. Okay, so later we're gonna use the QS just for demo purpose. Okay, in the real world we're gonna remove this S. Then accept the license. Every install we're gonna accept the license for sure. So the action it is install. Okay. So we don't have the product ID, so we just use the default. So it is the developer edition. So here, if we just, in this demo, I'm going to only install the SQL, okay? Or SQL engine. So I'm only install the SQL engine. If we just like specify SQL, you're going to install everything like SQL related, okay, like a full text search and lots of like shared environment thing. Okay, so in this demo I just use a SQL engine. So then instance. So in this way we use the default instance. Okay, if you want the name, you can just use a different name. So SQL service account. So I'm going to use the default Windows, so we don't have to specify. But in the real world, we have to use like a domain account with certain password, okay? This one is also required. It's called a SQL sysadmin account, okay? So I'm going to use this one. So in this case, I'm just simply specify the current user. Or if you have more, you can add whatever user you like, okay? So I'm gonna just, in this case. So I think that's it. That is the few options. Lots of them is very simple. It's understand, okay? And so let's return. You will see, okay? So I said, let's run with let me enter. Why it's not accepted? Enter. Let me try one more time. Okay. All right. So you see, because of I used the QS, it's called quite simple. They will launch this user interface, so we can see the installation progress. In the real world, when the batch, we could just use the quiet mode, not the QS. Okay. So here, for demo purpose, we want to see, indeed, the installation is in progress, especially when you test all these parameters in the different, make sure everything is like working, and then after you test everything from test box, so you can move on with with other environment like production, other test environment. Okay, so you can see this skipped lots of stuff, right? So this basically just you go to the installation. This is the progress, and take about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes to complete the install. Okay, once the install is complete, and then we can take a look at the configuration file and also do a simple connection test. And at the same time, let's look at this example again. Okay, in the real world, we probably have to use the domain account for service, SQL Server service. If also for the agent, you may have a different user service account or same user account. if we install the SSAS, then we probably have another account or use the same account, right? If you use SSRS, you have another account. Anyway, so also for SSAS analysis service, you also need to specify a SQL admin account. Okay, so there's a few more, maybe depends on how complicated the environment is. You might specify a few more, like for example, the location of the SQL instance, location of the system databases, and the location of the user databases, location of log, those things. So if we scroll up, let's take a look. So the help page is pretty good. You see everything they will explain. Okay, so basically what we are looking at like those things like installation SQL data there, installation shared there, those kind of things. You might have to specify depends on the situation. Okay, so like where you can those things like SQL backup there, you need to specify, right? Also like SQL max DOP, degree of parallel, and also SQL max memories. There's a few more. If you use the security like mixed mode, you'll need to specify the SA password. I would say like additional 10 to 20 parameters, even in fairly complicated environment. So you will add this to this command line, and then after you test, it will be ready to go. Okay. So still, it is a simple approach compared to the GUI, because the GUI, if you just, of course, the GUI method, you can use configuration files, as well, use like either like silent mode or UI mode. So the bottom line, it is if you have to do the silent install, then we have to choose either command prompt method or use configuration file method. Okay, so in this demo, we're going to use the configuration file. I think it's almost there. Let's take a look at the startup. We should see something new installed. You see, there's 3 of those things. SQL Server 2022 configuration file. So after install, we're going to open this one. Yeah, we can open it right now, I think. So you can see what is being installed. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so it's already installed, it's running. So the SQL Server agent is stopped because by default, the startup mode, it is manual. So, and all right, seems it's finished, right? So yeah, it's finished. Okay, it's finished. Let's do an echo. We can check the return code, RC, okay? Error level. You can see it should be 0, I believe, yeah. Yeah, it is 0. So the install is successful. And go to the configuration file. If you want to start it up, it's fine. If you see, if you want this to be automatic, you can specify in the option as well, okay? So yeah, but here we did manual. So if you're in the command prompt, you can choose automatic, the startup type, okay? So let's apply. So now we're gonna start it up. So we have SQL Server running. We have SQL Service agent is running. So let me just restart this. Just make sure the service is restarted successful. Okay. All right, so it looks everything successful. Also, you can see here right now. I use the default like NT services as the service account. This is the default. So in the real world, you might most going to be used domain account. Okay, so just FYI, because most production is going to be in the domain environment, not like a standalone. All right, so install successful. Let's do a connection test. Let me minimize this window. Let me open a command, another permanent window. So now we should have the SQL CMD available. Okay, now you see just connected. So if we do a version, so we will get this one. Okay. And if we want, we can also use like if we see SSMS. I already have SSMS installed on this box, so we can use SMS to connect as well. Okay, so let's give them a few seconds to launch the SSMS. Okay. As you can see, through the GUI, it's obviously a little bit slower because, that is expected, All right, so let's do it. So this is this machine name. So let's do a connection. Okay, so yeah, so everything's started. No user databases. Okay, so I'm going to close this window. So that is nearly the end of this demo. At the same time, let me see, I'm going to also do a demo to silent uninstall. Okay, so let me go to my, so we're gonna also do a uninstall, so also use the silent do the uninstall. So let me retrieve the early command. Okay, so I don't think we need this. For uninstall, it's very simple. We just give the features, the instance name, the action is going to be uninstall, and accept license QoS, Q or QoS. Okay, so if you use Q, you don't see the progress. If you do this, you don't see the progress. So I'm still using the QoS. You can see the deinstall or uninstall process. Okay. So again, same thing. Uninstall gonna take 1 minute also, and showing removal process. Okay, so you can see really using the command prompt, the install process. It's really simple and faster, I think. And it is a choice to do to perform the silent install. However, if let me compare the method with the command prompt method, if we compare command method with this config file, I think probably config file is simpler because this GUI, when you use the GUI to create a config file, you can reuse this config file, okay? Either through the UI method or silent method, okay? And it is just depends on whichever method you want to, both it is very simple, but I think configuration file probably is even simpler than the command, because for the command prompt you have to figure out lots of additional things. Okay, so anyway, so let's see if the install has been completed yet. It's almost there. Let's go back to the So now you see it's already the configuration files already installed. Now only this one is left. Okay. So I'm gonna pause the video and in a few seconds. Okay. All right, it's just finished. Let's refresh this guy so you can see everything. It is gone. Okay. So it is the uninstall, you stay silent through the command prompt. Okay. So all right, so that's for today.